In Algeria, they are pushing away all the black people. Why? Because Algeria is predominantly an Arab or Berber looking people, and they're not very friendly with the blacks. Is this true or not? We're gonna find out about that statement just now. Why do Africans go through Algeria, you ask yourself? Most Africans go through Niger. Why? Because a lot of Africans want to go to Europe. You ask yourself, why don't they get visas and fly with airplane? You can see the distance, Africa and Europe. Yeah, it's a distance. A lot of Africans do not get visas to Europe. Why? Because number one, Europe don't necessarily trust many Africans. Because number two, a lot of Africans, when they go to Europe, they don't come back. Okay, so they've given them, if you would like, a reason not to give them visas, even though they don't necessarily want you to come, but also your behavior, due to the fact that most of the time when you travel, you don't return, because every family in Africa has a brother or a cousin or something like that in Europe or America. You know that, yeah. They don't necessarily go the right way. Yeah, some of them even lie about church. Yeah, we're going on a church conference. Some are even pastors. When they get there, they go to the immigration office and they say, "Oh, sorry, I'm throwing asylum. I'm running away from my country." Not to say that some people don't deserve to ask for asylum, but yeah, some of the people come from countries that don't necessarily have any wars or nothing like that. It's just economic. Yeah, I'm just done. They would go and they will tell stories. I know even of a few pastors that would go and narrate stories along the line, or the reason why I'm here is because I'm actually a man that likes other men and my country don't like that. So I've been ostracized. I've been pushed to the side. They will kill me, and they lie. Pastors lying, because if he doesn't say that lie, they're gonna send him back. I even know a person personally who wrote a journal. What do you call it? Newspaper. He had the newspaper written with his name on it from his government looking for him. Fake stuff. He showed the immigration, look, they're looking for me. That's how he got his visa. But he's a pastor now. He's got a big church. Anyway, let's continue. So a lot of Africans try to cross this Mediterranean Sea to go into Europe illegally. And European Sea, a flux of Africans coming to Europe. What did they decide to do? They decided to cooperate with some African countries. Which African country would you cooperate if you were Europe? The northern side of Africa, because that's where the Africans come through. So they have multiple programs. Initially, they had programs that are clear, transparent, saying this is the money we're giving you for you to stop the Africans. You know, Africans are the black people. Okay, so let me put context to it. Some of the people in the north that look different from me, they look lighter in skin and stuff. They don't necessarily consider themselves Africans. Some of the people don't get to, as you irritated. I get you, but not all of you, not all of them. Okay, some say they're not Africans. Some perceive themselves more like Arabs than Africans. But you still find those who are Africans, by heart, obviously. Now, the problem is Europeans, countries like Spain, Italy, and all that. You can see this is Italy, this is Spain, they are Portugal, this is a country very close. So many African countries, African people will cross and go to Italy. Some will go to Italy, they think Italy is not nice. They want to go to Britain. How do they go to Britain? They go to France first, okay? Then they cross the English Channel into Britain. Now, Britain doesn't like that. That's one of the reasons why Britain decided to Brexit, to run away from Europe, because they don't want to be part of this anymore. However, how do you stop this? You stop it from the origin. You don't necessarily sponsor the government from the people come from. You sponsor the government next or on top where they come to. So what do? Is they started a program saying, we give you money, you stop these little black Africans from coming here. Okay, here's money. If they come here, you must beat them up really bad. You make them suffer. So when they go back to their country, in agony, it will discourage the other people from trying to cross here. We can go to their continent and steal gold, diamond, and all that, but they can't come here. They should stay there, those little Africans. So that was initially how it worked. But then human rights and stuff like it looked bad that you get paid to beat other Africans. Now they've changed it into different type of programs. Okay, it's a sponsorship program for development. Some of these countries, EU financial assistance to Algeria. While not directly tied to stopping migration, the EU provide broader financial support to Algeria, some of which may indirectly influence immigration-related activities. European Neighborhood Instrument, the ENI. From 2014 to 2020, the EU allocated $241 million for bilateral cooperation with Algeria, focusing on economic diversification and territorial development. Surely, when you look at that, it doesn't look like it's sponsorship or anything like that. It's not supposed to look like it. But the bottom line is, when you get into those countries, they will beat you bad. They will shift your face, bad. So by the time you go back to your country, you tell all your cousins, hey, don't go there. The Algerians don't play. They will chop your face into. So it works. Does it work? Yeah, it does work. Now, has it created tensions? Yes, massive tension. How? Because a lot of Africans, when they get to Algeria will take them and throw them in the desert and say to them, go find your own way. Well, some will find their own way, some won't. And what happened to those who don't? They will be unalived. How? Because the desert is either extremely hot during the day and extremely cold, like ice cold during the night. So, as you would imagine, if you don't know your way, you're done, my brother. You're done. But unfortunately, a lot of people, like 31,000 migrants have been sent. That shows you how many people cross every day. About 8,000 people trying to cross every single day. Now, should we blame Algeria for doing this? I mean, you surely are, as an African person, saying, why is Algeria doing this? This is not, why do you accept the money from the colonizer? Surely Algeria was also colonized by the French. Yes. They went through the most. So you would expect them to be loyal to Africans. Why would they be loyal? You don't give them nothing. Number two, you will come across their countries every single day. Let's say you come into somebody's country for the first time and they're like, hey, how are you? Where are you going? I'm just passing through. Another one, hey, how are you? I'm just passing through. Then 3 people come, hey, I'm just passing through. Then 27 people, hi, we just passing through. Then 127, hey, we just passing through. And by that time, when they pass through. Have you ever passed on top of grass every single day? Do you see what happens to the grass? Yes. What if you water the grass, put some flowers? It's going to create mayhem. And we're talking about human beings here. It's not grass. So as people cross, some people are thieves. Some people are not nice. Some people are criminals. Not all. Some could be criminals. And when they create crime, what do? They rob somebody. They do something wrong to some little girl. Do you still like them? Not necessarily. You start resenting them. And this is just a human thing, If your child is your child making noise and problems in your country, it's more easier for you to say, okay, he's my child. I'm going to let it go. But if some stranger's child comes and starts stealing your chicken, shedding in a corner, what do? You're not necessarily going to like it. Okay, so people talk about xenophobia, but when you gotta look at the other side of xenophobia is, as much as people come, you want to treat them as humans. Surely xenophobic countries, even though they exist, in the very beginning, in some of them at least, they were nice to the people, right? They were nice to the people until they start experiencing something. And I'm not saying this is what happens every time. I'm just saying not everybody that goes to a xenophobic country experiences xenophobia. The people that start experiencing xenophobia are usually the latecomers. And sometimes, not all the time, because some people that came before created havoc. So they put you all in the same box. These people create problems. Yeah, we don't want them. Yeah, doesn't make sense. So that's what it is, fellas. Now, should we blame Algeria for that? Well, you need to train your people to stay home. And number two, your governments in Africa that have gold, diamonds, uranium, and you name it. Why can't they create jobs for people? Why do people leave? People leave Africa for number one reason, joblessness. I mean, if you have a decent job, would you leave your decent job to go away? You won't. I mean, look at South Africa. You get a lot of white people, and the white people, some of them at least say that there is, genocide happening. Have all South African white people left South Africa? No, they haven't. Who have left? A bunch of people, like 20 or 40 people. If you check them out well, none of them has got a big land. No. I mean, why would you leave your big land if the law has not been passed to go to America? It's because you had nothing. You have nothing. Okay, maybe one or two extremists that really had it up to here will go, but so it's very simple. You create jobs for Africans, give them opportunities, and create a level of self-respect It's just sad that your people have to live like animals, sleeping in funny places, getting beat up, looking to go to Europe. It's crazy. It means somebody felt the responsibility. So as much as you may feel some type of way against Algerians, you must also put yourself in their shoes. I mean, would you let somebody going close to your house every day? Sorry, I'm just going to the neighbor. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to the neighbor through your house. Oh, sorry. Oh, I just walked on top of your dog, but sorry, I didn't mean that. I just was going to the neighbor. That's what it is, fellas. Algeria now pushing back about 34,000 migrants, black people, back to your country. Go back to your shithole country. I know you're triggered, but it's okay. It's shithole. We're fine. We're fine with that. God bless. Oh, before you leave, drop a comment. We need your comment. It costs you nothing, but we like it. We feel appreciated. Let's get this going. God bless.